Welcome back to the Everton Career Mode. We have the opportunity today to get ourselves through to the next round of the FA Cup. Certainly something we'd like to do against League One opposition. Huddersfield Town of League One in the fifth round of the FA Cup certainly should be a fixture that we're able to get a result from, you'd like to think. Then in the league, we actually have a couple of easier fixtures with Wolves and West Ham. Because, I say easier, because next month looks like that. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City and Chelsea, as well as Forest and whoever we hope to get in the next round of the FA Cup too. If we can beat Huddersfield, we'll be through to the quarterfinals. It might even get drawn this month, in which case we may well sim one of the two Premier League games today. But we're going to start by playing Huddersfield. Not going to risk a sim in an FA Cup campaign that we hopefully stand a chance of winning this year. Don't want to get too carried away, because eventually our luck in the draws will run out. Two Championship sides and now a League One side in the draw thus far. It will eventually throw up a City, a Chelsea or an Arsenal or something, won't it, in our future in the FA Cup. We pray that that doesn't happen for as long as possible, though. What I do pray for is your thumbs up on the video. Really appreciate your support on this save. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell ticked and you won't miss a further episode. And I want to say thank you to those of you on the board behind me for continuing your comments in the comment section of every video. Tawonga, Ryan and BK and Gwenya, thank you for your support recently, lads. Very much appreciate it. We shall earn it, hopefully, by going and winning the game against Huddersfield Town in the FA Cup, which will be a great place to start, and we'll try and do it in this kit as well. It's a 5-back for Huddersfield, which will make things a little bit more difficult. We obviously have the quality of player to get the result, but it's not superb. It's not superb. Huddersfield obviously have their ground in the game from their time in the Premier League. We do struggle against 5-backs traditionally, but we've only really played 5-backs that have players that are of the calibre that we have ourselves. That's a terrible ball. At Premier League level. So I'm hoping that against lesser opposition, we should find it more straightforward. I hope, anyway. Time will tell. Lots of changes to the 11, though, for this, as you might well imagine. But hopefully, the 11 we have should most certainly be good enough to get the result against the League One side. Oh, that was dead, but that was probably because I chose the wrong pass to play. Here's Evans. And Healy. And Karoma. Pickford needed to make the save. Thankfully did. Evans will deliver the ball into the middle for them. Pearson's picked up an injury for Huddersfield Town. Mikolenko's clearance isn't great. Lindstrom's isn't much better. I thought he was going to stay down injured there as well. He got back to his feet to get the interception in and then got the block on it again. Don't foul him. Good strength shown by Evans here. Really good strength, in fact. Especially against James Tarkowski. That is not the way to try and score, though. They've left 3 back here. Oscar Bob will ask to make the run. And he will do, willingly. Show some good agility to turn inside. Find the ball. No, bugger. Well intercepted by Beto. Bob quickly to Calvert-Lewin. Here comes Jesper Lindstrom. Lift it to make sure it finds him. Cut back on the right. Deliver the cross. And Calvert-Lewin's header's rubbish. Lasse Sørensen. Turns well. I've drawn Branthwaite a long way out of position there. That's not a great idea, Ches. Willian Abdullahi. He'll back heel here. Should help create a counter-attack of sorts. Oh, overran it with Beto. Get away with it. Dominic Calvert-Lewin takes the touch away from Hellitt. And you expect him to bury this. And he has duly provided in front of those travelling fans. It's taken longer than we thought it would. But eventually, we've gotten our goal. Beto. All of my attempts earlier in the game to come down the wing, and then it turned out to be an effort through the middle. They ended up getting us to goal. Ceballos, that's a really heavy touch, but he's turned superbly. Brilliant tackle by Evans. And actually, could be a decent counter-attack opportunity this Huddersfield. Josh Karoma kicks that straight against Jared Branthwaite. Doesn't matter how many games we play, if Branthwaite can play, Branthwaite plays. He's just that good. Looking for Calvert-Lewin again, who's there with a header, and adds a second. Sorry, Huddersfield. You've done brilliantly to get to the 5th round. But it's too far for you now. Karoma. Nice turn. And into Healy. And Huddersfield have one back. Fair play. That was a good goal. Like a knife through butter there. That was not very well defended whatsoever. There's just nobody near any of the attacking players for me to actually be able to properly defend. It's well done. Brings the crowd back to life, which will G up the players, and you never know. They might have a go at getting another one. It's Josh Karoma now. They are having a go at getting another one. They won't have one, though. Up we go, please, Oscar. Well up, Mr. Bob. Quick ball out wide. Lovely ball, actually, to Beto. We'll look through that gap for NDI. He will then look round there for Dwight McNeil. He's going to need some support here, actually. NDI again. Got the angle, maybe. What a rubbish clearance. Unfortunately, Beto can't bag the goal. Dwight McNeil, don't fancy his right foot. Through that gap, maybe. No, that's not going to work either. 25 minutes to go. It's still 2-1. You imagine that we'll extend the advantage and just make sure, but it's not been straightforward so far. Bob, drill it through the gap. Finds Beto. Play it through that gap. Finds Iliman Ndiaye. Could have maybe looked for Dwight McNeil. Don't need to. Game over. 3-1. Sorry, Huddersfield. Your time in the FA Cup is over definitively now. Thank you. Oh, Ashley. That was actually very good. Doucouré. Looking for McNeil. Quickly for Ndiaye. Beto's there. Beto in. For a fourth. Game over. Properly now. 90th minute. 4-1. Nice. Oh, nice turn by Karoma. Karoma! Looking for what would be only a second consolation goal for Huddersfield, but it would have been arguably one of the best goals of the day if that had flown in. Well, the time is going to run out here. We're not even going to have the opportunity to go for another one. Or we might do, actually. That's going to find Beto. We do have the opportunity for another one. Oh! That's why we're selling Beto in the summer. 94 minutes played, game over, 4-1 win, storming into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Also through Watford of the Championship, City and Liverpool, unsurprisingly. Wolves beat Wigan, and you'd expect Man United, Fulham and Burnley to be the other sides to make it through. So we'll wait and see who we're drawn against. Expecting to be drawn against a much more difficult opposition this time around. Our luck surely has to run out at some point with the draw. Much as I'd love to have such an easy journey to the final, we will find out in due course who our new opponent is. But next for us is Wolverhampton Wanderers away in the Premier League. We're in 10th. But we're only 2 points from 8th, which is certainly much higher than we expected to be when we started this season. Mengi wants to play. Wolves is probably an opponent he could actually play against. They're in 14th in the division. That's going to be, as I thought, prize money for the FA Cup. So who do we have and when do we have it? Aston Villa away at the end of the month. Well, we will sim Wolves or West Ham then. Aston Villa is not a straightforward game at all. West Ham are 11th. Wolves are 14th. There's not really much difference between the two. Wolves is probably the game that we stand a better chance of getting a win from. So I'll sim this one and then we'll play West Ham at home. And we've gotten a win, albeit it came late. Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the 87th minute does give us victory. Ipswich with a win away from home against Crystal Palace. That's going to be massive for them in the Premier League as well in their fight for survival. Lifts them off the bottom of the table, in fact, and puts them just 2 points from safety. Big result for Ipswich Town there. Right, let's go and get a win against West Ham then. We are, in fact, up to that 8th spot. Keep it going. Oh, sorry, Mengi. I said you could play in that last one. And turns out I simmed it and then you didn't get the chance to play. I'll play against West Ham instead. West Ham have got a couple of new signings in their starting lineup since we last played them. A couple of good ones too. Alphonse Areola in goal. David Hansko at centre-back is a new signing. And then up top is Mikel Oyarzabal, another new player signed in January. 2 very good acquisitions for them. Both 82 rated. Both one of their highest rated players at the club now. Mohamed Kudus on the wing is up to 83 and growing very nicely indeed as well. So West Ham are going to be difficult to play against here. And despite us having as strong a season as we are actually so far, surprisingly, as we weren't expecting it, This is going to be a particularly difficult game. Gift Orban starts me up top. We asked live chat over on Twitch and on YouTube who should start today. Gift Orban or Iliman Ndiaye. Orban is obviously the lone man. We prioritise traditionally our own players. But Orban has been so good, I get the feeling in the not too distant future he might be one of our own players. Good save there by Jordan Pickford to ensure that West Ham don't take an early 1-0 lead. And Jack Harrison will ensure continually that they don't take an early 1-0 lead. Guido Rodriguez into Carlos Soler. And Oyarzabal. Oh, the footwork sensational. And the goal is worthy of his fee. West Ham lead 1-0. And it's all about the footwork of the Spaniard. Lindstrom. Nicely to Jimmy Garner. Through that gap is Mr. Orban. Good footwork. Lay that in front of Mongolo. Seemed a little bit reluctant to actually run forward. They're looking for Orban again, but maybe needed a pass to feet than a through ball there. And we could have cut apart their defensive line. Could still. Terrible ball. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin should have equalised for us. Great save by Alphonse Areola. Looking for a man in the middle. Finding no one. That will fall to Orban. And then to Mikolenko. And nobody at the minute in blue and white can get the ball in the back of the net. Mongolo, quick 1-2 with the throw. Into Gift. Calvert-Lewin's come short. I needed you to make a run off me there, Gift. Jimmy Garner looking for Calvert-Lewin again. This time, maybe. This 4-4-2 is just so much fun. We're so good with it. Mikolenko apparently the target man this time. Tarkowski can't win that. Kudus does. Branthwaite down to Gift Orban. Orban from the edge of the box. Areola with another save. Surely it's only a matter of time before we find this equalising goal. We've gotten it again. Harrison, lay that in front of Garner. Garner looking for Gift. Not finding him, but getting it to Lindstrom, who now has Gift. And then Calvert-Lewin. Alphonse Areola is broken. He's too good. I refuse to believe that he's making all these saves. This is a mystery. Maybe I'll try and stop slapping it in the back of the net with a shot, a high-powered laces effort, and try and just place it. Maybe precision is the way forward rather than brute force. Kudus tried brute force. Pickford in the way. Corner for West Ham. This is quite the entertaining game so far. Is it only in the 23rd minute as well? Bowen delivers. Keeper thought about coming for it. Glad he didn't. He wouldn't have got there. Free kick for handball. Gift Orban does well. Harrison. Do I try and luft it into Calvert-Lewin? Probably not. Orban to Mongolo. Mongolo to Calvert-Lewin. They're leaving him all on his own time and time again. This West Ham defence just toying with their own downfall. Oh, Lindstrom's won that back really well. Here's Calvert-Lewin. Run for me, Gift. Oh, please. I know you're set as a false nine, but still, please show some sort of offensive intelligence. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, I tried to go for the placement rather than the power that we spoke about. But the placement wasn't good enough. It's not gone short, and I've drawn a lot of people out towards it. Oh, my lord, no, please! I don't know how we haven't conceded. Pickford with the awkward save. And somehow that's bounced back off the bar. Oscar Bob. Orban's with me in a forward position. Needs a good first touch. Shows it, but can't hold the strength off the defender. Oh, my God. Please, no. If we don't get anything from this game, it's an absolute travesty. West Ham are starting to find a way back into the game here with the amount of possession they're having. Cannot afford for them to have more of the ball than absolutely necessary. Oh, Danny Spice can't get to that. Mongolo's intercepted it well, though. Ceballos needs to find the ball for Calvert-Lewin. On to Devo. Dominic Calvert-Lewin just isn't doing it for me right now. Not in this one. Willian. Willian. Bloody hell. Willian. Christ, it's just... You tackle him. You tackle him. You tackle him. Jesper Lindstrom. Just going for it. Just going for it. Well up, Gift. Orban to Bob. Bob to Calvert-Lewin. Surely! Oh my God, at last. Dominic Calvert-Lewin grabs the goal. Yeah, everybody needs to come across and celebrate with him. The team deserve it, really. Branthwaite's gone all the way over to the bench to celebrate with Sean Dyche. It's just nothing but relief that we've grabbed that goal. The marking from the defenders, though, is terrible. They're just leaving Dominic Calvert-Lewin on his own. He's been quiet all game, Lindstrom, and then the past couple of minutes, he's just come to life. Ceballos, 1-2. Orban's there. Gift Orban. Gift Orban from range. Did it take a deflection? No, it was just that bad. Calvert-Lewin no longer on the pitch, but wins man the match today. But there might be a winner in terms of a goal so far today. Just managed to get there ahead of me. Carlos Soler, oh, sharp turn. Mangla's knackered. He can't win it back. And Di can't either. Full crew with a turn. Pickford at full stretch in the last minute. West Ham don't deserve the win. Areola doesn't deserve to lose. Oh, Bob just fell over. You can't really give a foul for that. He's just lost his balance. Todibo. Please do not, West Ham. Do not. Jarrod Bowen in the box. Bowen turns. Oh, Pickford. It's his turn to come up with an outrageous save. When Bowen turned inside, I was certain that was game over. Miglenko's away. It will be a 1-1 draw. Oh, bloody hell. 2-1 West Ham. The whistle's gone. We deserved at least the point. How many shots do we have? 15 shots for us. 12 shots for them. An outrageously entertaining game of football that somehow only ends with 2 goals. 1 apiece. Aston Villa have not replaced Ollie Watkins. John Duran is their best striker. They haven't replaced Emi Martinez. Robin Olsen is their best goalkeeper. They are weak at either end of the pitch. They're strong in the middle, but they're sandwiched by some flaky, mouldy bread. John Duran's obviously still pretty decent with good potential and will be a handful, I'm sure. We did have them bid for Jordan Pickford in the January transfer window, and I'm sure we mentioned it in a previous episode, that we rejected it thinking they still had Emi Martinez, and then found out that they'd sold Emi Martinez, and then probably should have sold Pickford to Aston Villa, really, shouldn't we? But we rejected the bid, and Pickford is still here. Robin Olsen, who used to play for Everton, actually, is Aston Villa's current highest-rated goalkeeper, and by a way as well. They don't have much depth in goal at all in terms of actual first-team adult professionals. They've got a couple of kids, but in terms of the men's game, it's Robin Olsen or nada. So they've gone with Robin Olsen. We made a couple of changes to our lineup to try and get a result here. And Di back into the starting 11 up top. Oscar Bob out on the right-hand side. Fresneda's actually grown nicely at right back up to 75 now. And Danny Ceballos gets a start. But so far, no one's been able to make an impact in Everton colours yet. Lindstrom, get it back to him. And Di just stood there. Thanks, silly man. Appreciate that, mate. I was meant for Calvert-Lewin. You can have it now, Dominic. First time. Oh, not bad. Olsen with the save. First chance of the game for us. Unfortunately, not able to find the back of the net. But it was worth a go, and it was travelling. Not entirely convinced Robin Olsen is going to be able to keep a clean sheet today. And fingers crossed that, as a result, we'll see us being able to get through to the next round. We are 1 game away from Wembley and an FA Cup semi-final. And Di quickly looking for Calvert-Lewin. Found well, but Tyrone Mings comes across and deals with it. Hudson played in and immediately driving straight towards the heart of my defence. And doing so again. John Duran. Tarkowski wins it back. And the fans are convinced it was a foul. The referee disagrees, and I'm very, very thankful for that. Lindstrom just going to try and get into this gap now. Then feed Calvert-Lewin, who could get the better of Mings. Here's Ndiaye. He's gotten the better of everybody. No, he hasn't. Martin's got the ball, bollocks. Thanks, lads. It's just got in each other's way. Calvert-Lewin, Ndiaye's with me. Ndiaye's running. He's going to have the pace on Mings. He's not going to have the strength on Mings. Mings has got in the way of his own man again. And here's Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob. Oh, Calvert-Lewin. Brilliant save by Robin Olsen from close range. Going to try and win this header. Leon Bailey's done brilliantly. Still no goal in this FA Cup tie at half-time. Playing against Claret and Blue again. And finding it difficult to find a way through again. Although we haven't been anywhere near as creative here. Ceballos. to Lindstrom. Calvert-Lewin quickly looking for Ndiaye, who could look for Calvert-Lewin again, who's in behind here. Oh, and he's buried it superbly. Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the 67th minute might have just swung us all the way to Wembley. That's an excellent goal. I thought the defender was going to get a block on it. Kyle Walker couldn't deal with the strength of DCL. Konsa came across, but just couldn't get the block in. And the accuracy of the finish was out of this world from Calvert-Lewin's weak foot. That's a huge goal. Well in, Jimmy. Garner's off the bench. Calvert-Lewin's got the space. Oh, what a challenge by Tyrone Mings. That was outrageous. So if he gets that wrong, I really am in. Kyle Walker now has the option down the line. Mikolenko in the way. Looking for Jesper. Use Ceballos. Here we go. Danny Ceballos. Calvert-Lewin. And all the way out wide to Oscar Bob. Keep it in, Oscar. Enough space to find the cross. Orban will flick it. And here's Lindstrom. Back to Orban. Good touch. Finish. No, not quite. Oh, and Olsen gets lucky. Oh, I can't quite get there with Gift Orban. It's Maitland-Niles now trying to use those fresh legs in the middle to ensure that we can boss the centre of the pitch in the final 10 minutes and not allow Aston Villa the way back into the game. Jimmy Garner's not long come on as well. So we've got plenty of energy in the engine room. Is there enough in there to drive this team down the motorway to Wembley? In the West Midlands at the minute, we're only halfway there from Liverpool to the capital. Can we go all the way? 7 minutes to go now. They're being patient in the build-up here, Aston Villa. They don't really have the time to do that. Lovely little fake pass or turn from John Duran there that absolutely sold me. Tielemans gets the spin in. Branthwaite holding him up. This is exactly what we need to do. Please, Fresneda. He's been solid since signing. And he's in the way again and we'll just get rid. Looking for the big man, the Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And Orban will just go for the corner. In the 88th minute, surely we just make short. Waste the time. See it through. McNeil onto the left. Maitland-Niles. Oh, Jimmy Garner can't get to it. Now McGinn. 90th minute. Game's nearly over. Challenge! Only 1 minute added as well. Jacob Ramsey coming on for John Duran. And it's our throw. Oh, sorry Villa. This is as far as you go in the cup, lads. We are going to Wembley. Only for a semi-final to begin with. But semis turn into full hard-ons. And that might well be the way to the FA Cup final for us. A semi-final will be in the upcoming next couple of episodes. We've got such a difficult run of fixtures in the Premier League, though. We've made the most of our league form recently. But we need to keep that going if we're to stay in a European position. Watford 2, Wolves 3. City 2, Nottingham Forest 3. Everton 1, Villa 0. And Burnley 3, Liverpool 5. What a game at Turf Moor. 8 goals in the FA Cup. 5 goals in the other 2 games. Only 1 goal in this one. But crucially, it went our way. And in the end, Dominic Calvert-Lewin was the man to get the goal. To send us to the semi-final. But who will we have? Hopefully, an easier fixture than some. Please don't be Liverpool. It's Forest. Nottingham Forest in an FA Cup semi-final is on the way in the next couple of days. Maybe even tomorrow's episode. That's all for me for today, though. Thank you very much for watching today. Hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for more. And fingers crossed we can get a little bit of payback over Liverpool in the league. We are still in 8th. A point clear of Fulham. 3 points clear of Newcastle. Although a goal difference is still in the minus figures. -1 goal difference compared to the 0 of Fulham and Newcastle. We're a long way outside the top 7. But we are at the minute best of the rest. And that's more than we thought we'd get here at Everton in this first season. There's still a long way to go, though. And we've got particularly difficult sides to play against over the next few games, so we could very much tumble if we get defeats in all of the games against the big boys, but we'll try and avoid defeats if we can. We got the big win. Oh, wow. Kamara got man of the match. Sorry, mate. You're going home. We're through to the FA Cup semi. Join me for it in the next, well, probably tomorrow, if not the day after at the very least. That's all from me for today. Actually, no. If not tomorrow, then Monday, but probably tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.